Hi everyone, my name is Frankie and welcome to a Movie a Day Challenge. Today is day number 260 and September 17th, 2018. Today I'll be watching the 1971 science fiction film, The Andromeda Strain. Now, in each episode of a Movie a Day Challenge, I pick one film that I've never seen before, and then I take that film's movie poster and place it to the side of me. I do this because I absolutely have no idea of what the film that I'm about to watch is about. And being that I have absolutely no clue about the film, or what it's about, I feel like I need to draw some type of conclusion of what I think the film may be about, based solely on the movie poster itself. In saying this, let's go ahead and take a look at the 1971 science fiction film movie poster to The Andromeda Strain. Now, as I've said in previous reviews, I don't really read the information in small quotes, you want to call it, about the movie. I feel like any quotes on a movie poster will spoil the film for myself, so I'm giving you the heads up, as I do always. I really don't want to hear anything about the movie. I just look at the movie poster and decide my relations of how I'm going to enjoy the film. So, here we see the Andromeda Strain's poster. We see a man, a cartoon figure drawing, an animation if you will, looking over a baby. Okay? I'm digging the whole white background, but outline figure drawing, digging the whole black background towards the poster itself, but what I'm feeling from the movie poster itself is that one way or another, this movie is either going to be about this man, or the topic is going to be about children. Since this is a science fiction film, I'm going to place this possibly in the future. So what I'm coming up with is that this is going to be about children, possibly specifically babies, and what it's going to be like to have a family in the future. I'm wondering if it's going to be similar to Gattaca that we saw early in the month, but it looks like it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping it's going to be unique and a really expressive film. And I'm expecting some action in it, being that it is a science fiction film. But I'm hoping that the story does play a major part in the film itself. I'm looking forward to enjoying the 1971 science fiction film, The Andromeda Strain. Now, after I finish analyzing the movie poster itself, I then let you, the viewer, know that I'm going to go ahead and watch the 1971 science fiction film, The Andromeda Strain. But before I go and do that, I want to let you, the viewer, know that after I finish watching The Andromeda Strain, I then come back and tell you a little bit about the film. However, I don't go in great detail about the movie. You see, I try to tell you very little as possible about the film in general. Why? Well, because I don't want to ruin your chance at watching a really great film for the first time. So I don't release any major spoilers about the film, nor do I tell you anything about the plot of the film either. Now, in case you have previously seen the 1971 science fiction film, The Andromeda Strain previously, then please feel free to substitute this film for another film for your enjoyment. It doesn't even have to be in genre of science fiction. This way you can take part in a Movie a Day Challenge and possibly watch each film along with me as I go along. In saying this, I'm going to go ahead right now and watch the 1971 science fiction film, The Andromeda Strain, and then I'm going to come back and tell you a little bit about the film. I'll be right back. I just finished the 1971 science fiction film, The Andromeda Strain. And I want to let you, the viewer, know that The Andromeda Strain is an okay science fiction film. And I say okay because this is my point of view of the film. You know, when you watch this film, you'll have your own feelings towards it. But I'm saying that it's an okay film because this film is basically a lot of science. And what I mean a lot of science is that there are scientists in this film that say a lot regarding chemistry and experiments that I didn't get any idea of what they were doing. I mean, I could look at it and I could see what they were doing, but when they would pronounce certain phrases, when they would talk about certain levels of chemistry, I'm like in the dark. Like, what am I supposed to do here? I would like to know what's going on. You know, maybe a better understanding of what's going on. But the explanation level, really not that helpful in this film. So basically, left in the dark to understand a movie that I had no idea what was going on. Now, number 2, okay? The film story is pretty interesting. I'll be honest with you. However, being that I didn't know a lot about science, and science is not really a heavy thing in my life, I basically did not know what exactly they were talking about. I could see what was happening, and I got a quite better understanding of visualization. However, still didn't really help me break down what was being explained thoroughly. I felt more of that being another negative. Now, there are certain things in this film that I thought were appealing. Certain visual effects, the overall interesting thing between how it started off. But I gotta say it like this. This film is sort of like the roller coaster effect with movies. You know, you start off with the beginning of the film, and it's just going to give you a little bit of introduction about the characters. And then it might peak a little and go high. And then, go low. However, with the Andromeda Strain, I started off going up on a high, and then it went low. And then it started going back to neutral. And then it went high a little bit. But when it went back down low, it was basically due to the fact that I didn't know what anyone was saying. And there are a lot of scenes in this film. The film is over 2 hours long. There are a lot of scenes in this movie that make you go, okay, why is this in this? Why do I need to know this? There are some scenes that sort of remind you about Austin Powers when he had to get cleansed and everything. And, that was funny. However, when you see something like this in this film, it's like, why do I need to do this now? I understand of the storyline, but why does this have to be told? Can I just have heard, off screen, they're okay with that. I didn't have to physically see it. Now, also, the reason why this film has an okay to me is that this movie has a lot of animal cruelty in it. There are a lot of test subjects that are animals. There are about 5 different rats and 1 rhesus monkey. And I'm going to be honest with you, it is very horrifying to watch what they do to these animals. And if you are an animal lover, I suggest you not watch the Andromeda Strain, especially if you have any pets to yourself, because you're really going to feel sort of weird. But watching it, you just wonder, whoa, I cannot look at that. It is very, very horrifying, and in some ways, you wonder, why the hell would you want to put this in a movie? Legitimately, why? There's no reason to. You could just said, we could have used an example of it. You didn't have to physically show me this happened to an animal. That is disgusting, and I found it to be really repulsive. One of the most repulsive things that I've seen in a movie for a Movie a Day challenge. Now, all in all, the story is interesting. I liked it. That was the only reason why I gave this film an okay. But because I didn't have an understanding of what was going on, and the animal cruelty, as well as certain aspects of the film that I just did not agree about, and the roller coaster effect, I didn't like the film. I'll be honest, I didn't like the film. It's just okay to me. It was worth watching for a Movie a Day challenge, but it's just okay. Would I recommend the 1971 science fiction film The Andromeda Strain to a family member or friend? Unless that person is really into science and appreciates science, then no, I would not recommend this film to anyone. Only people who I know could get a better understanding in the science realm of things. Would I watch The Andromeda Strain again? No, thank you. It's a one-and-done film for myself or a Movie Day challenge. When you watch this film, you'll have your own opinions about it, and basically enjoy it for what it's worth. Like I said, each movie is supposed to be entertaining. As long as it entertains you, it does its job. However, with this, when the scenes with the animals came about, I was not entertained. I started really hating the film, to be honest. Now, if you liked today's episode, you see that thumbs up underneath this video? Click it. Give us a like for today's episode. As you're doing that, maybe you've seen the 1971 science fiction film, The Andromeda Strain, and liked it. Maybe you've seen it and you didn't like it. Maybe you're gathering information about the film, watching my review. You're interested in watching it, and then going to go ahead and watch the film and come back and write something. Well, whichever the 3 may be, please tell me in the comment box down below. Down there. And as you're doing that, you see that word subscribe underneath this video? Click it. Subscribe to a Movie a Day challenge. Now, tomorrow is day number 261 of A Movie a Day Challenge, and I'll be watching the 1973 science fiction film Soylent Green. My name is Frankie. I will be here tomorrow for day number 261 and the 1973 science fiction film Soylent Green. I will see you tomorrow.